Thanks for getting online with me, Stephanie. I did want you to just introduce yourself and tell the listeners what brought you to the WellNet and why you came to us in the first place, how you found us, a little bit about that.
My name is Stephanie, and I found the WellNet actually through Dr. Artis. He is one of the doctors that I've just followed on podcasts and things. And so I was listening to him, and he had you on his show, and I'm like, this is something I really need to give a shot. I had worked with other doctors, maybe made a little progress, but I just had some trust in what Dr. Artis had said, and I'm like, well, we can do this online, so it's easy to do virtually. And I thought this is worth a shot. So I went to make an appointment. So much more affordable than a lot of Lyme doctors that you try to work with. And so I'm like, okay, let's just try this.
Yeah. So you kind of slipped that you had Lyme disease. Is that why you first came to us? Yeah.
Yeah, diagnosed with, different things. Lyme is one of
Mhm.
those things
Yeah.
that, they don't. So
Yeah, all the things, right?
yes.
So what was the journey like and how long did you work with us from front to now? And what's that been like for you?
I think from start to finish, it took about 6 to 7 months. I have to admit, this is probably the easiest protocol that I've ever tried. Um,
Love
you
that.
take your drink and you drink it throughout the day, and you take some supplements. And it's like almost too good to be true. And I actually got my husband on this with you. He meets with you as
Wonderful.
well
Yeah.
because my husband can be very difficult with things. He doesn't like change. He doesn't like routine. He doesn't. And I'm like, this is perfect for him. So he's on this journey with you as well because of the ease of it.
Wonderful. Oh, I love to hear that. So it's so great. So, people who are watching this right now are probably finding this because they're deciding whether to get on board with this or not. So what advice would you give people who are on the fence still about working with the WellNet?
Well, I would definitely advise to do it. And I have referred two other very close friends, and they're going to start working with you in June. So they're up
Wonderful.
next. So obviously, if I'm going to refer my husband and two of my best friends, I really believe in this. I think the key to the whole thing is not labeling exactly what it is, but it's just detoxing the body.
Exactly.
And so
Yes.
the label doesn't matter what it is, what you have. I don't know what my other two friends have, but I'm like, you know what? This is what you need to do because it doesn't matter. The label doesn't matter.
Yeah, we're not about diagnosing here for sure. In fact, I always tell my clients here, if you find a puppy on your porch, you're only going to name it if you plan to keep it. you know
Right.
so if you don't plan to keep these dis-ease things, why try to label them? Why not just find the solution? And that's really what we specialize in, is finding the solutions that you, particularly your bio individual body, needs, and customizing protocols to help you heal. So everybody's protocol looks different. Everybody's different every time we see them, because we let your body tell us what it needs, and it just works. If you don't do it, it doesn't work. But if you do it, it works every time. So thank you for
And
being a prime example of that. That's amazing.
it's another reason I loved it. It was individualized to what I needed. And
Yeah.
I've worked with some doctors, and it's like they whip out their sheet and here it is, and everybody's the same. And we're
Yes.
not all the same. And so that's why it was just, for
It's
me, it
beautiful.
was
And
perfect.
we get a little pushback sometimes because we won't publish our protocols for these things. And it's because we don't have a protocol. It's
Yeah.
a protocol per individual per visit, really. I mean, every time
Yes.
you're seen, your protocol changes based on how your body is shifting and changing. And I mean, I could test myself every day and it would be different every day. That's not real practical, but truly we're that mobile where our body is always shifting and changing based on our environment, what we've eaten, what we're watching, what we're listening to. Everything is changing at a cellular level all the time. So the more often we meet the body where it's at and change that protocol to meet it, the faster the body heals. And you said it was about 7 months
Yeah,
ish.
six, seven
Yeah. Yeah,
months.
I can't remember
Um,
exactly, but that's a pretty standard for us, and that's great. Thank you so much for taking the time to share, Stephanie. It means so much for people to hear it from the people who've experienced it and not just from us. So I really appreciate your time. Thanks so much and take care of you.